Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This one's going to be for Fury. So yeah, I already have the DVD. For those who are wondering how did I get the DVD, I explained it in my recent DVD haul or movie haul. Basically my cousin, he was moving away, so he gave me all his whole movie collection, which was 60 different movies with five or six movies from this year, and Fury was one of them. So yeah, now exactly how did he get Fury before it came out on DVD? That is because of the Sony leak. Fury is a Sony movie, so it was it was one of the Sony leaks alongside Annie and Still Alice, and two other movies which I can't remember, but I know Annie and Still Alice were part of that leak as well as Fury. So yeah, this movie stars Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, Logan Lerman, Michael Pena, and Joe Bernthal. So yeah, John Bernthal from The Walking Dead. So yay. Before I begin on the actual review though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual for this movie. For those who have yet to actually watch the movie, haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and come back here and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that I never gave you a fair warning, because as usual, I did. Okay, so yeah, Fury, as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So basically, it's World War II, it's 1945, right, the end of World War II, and you have basically, these group of military friends who have been fighting the war since the beginning, it's Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, John Bernthal, and Michael Pena. Their character names, Brad Pitt is called War Daddy, Shia LaBeouf is called Bible, Michael Pena is called Gordo, and John Bernthal is called Coon Ass. So right, they've been fighting the war since like the beginning. You have Logan Lerman, who's in the movie, he's called Norman. Basically he joins the war a bit late, because now he is able to enlist, and he enlisted in the army, sent him to be with these group of assholes. I'm not even kidding, they're basically assholes. War Daddy, Bible, Gordo, and Kunas, they're all assholes, but they're likable assholes, which is weird. It's really funny, it's weird, it doesn't make sense at times, but at times it doesn't really make sense, but at the same time it does, and you're gonna see why. So yeah, basically they're all trying to train this kid Norman to, first off, fight the war, 2, survive, 3, kill Germans, and 4, get laid. It's a scene. So yeah, and basically how to kill and stuff. So they're all training him in their own special ways, all of them being assholes. And yeah, I mean they all have actually some pretty good story arcs, character arcs. And at the end, when most of them die, I'm not gonna say who survives and who dies if you haven't seen the movie, but when most of them die, it's pretty sad to see them die, because most of them, despite the fact that they are assholes, they've been they've been teachers all to this, or mentors to this one kid, and it's kind of sad to see them go. But one of the characters, the first guy who dies, I'm not gonna say who. He dies in the most ridiculous way possible. Basically, it's an epic way. The ones who die all die in an epic scale battle. But the first one who dies just dies in the most ridiculous way. And basically, he's shooting off a gun within the tank, and there's a grenade that gets explodes next to the tank, and somehow that impacts him inside and rips his intestines right out of his body. And it's so weird. That death really doesn't make sense, and there are some things that don't make sense about the movie, which I will get to, which are part of my negatives. That one death being so ridiculous that doesn't make sense. Now, many people are saying that the action scenes are actually pretty great, and I have to disagree. The action scenes, they are good, but there's one thing that really bothers me about the action scenes, and that is that every time you see a bullet flying, like when everybody's shooting a gun, it's not a bullet, it's like lasers. I mean, you look at you have lasers coming out of the tanks, you have lasers coming out of the guns. That really takes me out of the experience, especially in the big epic battle at the end. At the end, they kind of improve upon that, but you still have oh my gosh, there's like lasers coming out of the guns, there's lasers coming out of the tanks, and it really doesn't make sense, when in reality it should be bullets, not lasers. This isn't Star Wars. You know, because I mean the lasers look like the ones you would see for a lightsaber, so it's like really weird in my opinion. So that's one thing I really don't like about the movie, and that's the fact that despite the fact that the action scenes are good, there are some flaws with them, mostly being that you have lasers coming out of tanks and guns. And yeah, I mean, and yeah, they do use a bit of CGI for the explosions when a bomb explodes, you know, when a grenade explodes, and that looks a bit fake, but that looks way more realistic than, you know, a laser coming out of a gun, you know, like a 1945 gun. So yeah, the acting here was really strong in my opinion. I do think, however, that Michael Pena and John Bernthal, I do think they could have done better. Shia LaBeouf, say what you want to say about the guy, but he's an incredible actor. I mean, yeah, in real life he may be a bit of a douchebag, but here, he is an incredible actor because he's one of the more religious type of characters in the movie. So you know, he's trying to be a religious type of guy at the same time being an asshole, and that's actually pretty good. The way he portrays it's pretty good. Brad Pitt, he does a pretty good job, and Logan Lerman. The only other thing I know him from is Percy Jackson movies, I believe. Yeah, and I think he was also in Perks of Being a Wallflower. And yeah, and he actually shows how good of an actor he is, and I really do like him. Again, Michael Pena and John Bernthal, they were good, but I do think they could have improved a bit more. I mean, so yeah, and then the action scenes kind of bothered me at times, but you know, overall they were actually, despite the fact that they were all assholes, they were still likable in my opinion. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I give it an 8 if it weren't for the fact that there's some laser bullshit coming out of the guns. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10 is what I'd give Fury. And yeah, that's basically it for this review. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So definitely do stay tuned for that. Aside from that, like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.